We would like to commence our search for the best violin for kids by giving a brief history of the instrument. But this is difficult with the violin because there have been so many variations over the centuries. It is possible that it was first seen as a lyre in ancient Greece. Then it went through a number of different styles until we came to the early 1500s where the violin that we know today emerged. It only had 3 strings then, but was further described in the Epitome musical first produced in Lyon, France, in the 1560s. In the 16th and 17th centuries, it became a status symbol. Royalties and very wealthy people had their own violin maker or luthier. They tended to be made in families with the skills being handed down from father to son. Stradivari is a good example. One of the family's violins was sold at auction in 2011 for £9.8 million UK pounds. What is thought to be the Stradivari's finest instrument is still in existence and housed in the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford, UK. That is the Museum of Art at the University of Oxford. Most of the families making violins were Italian. And during the golden age of the 16th and 17th centuries, the violin became what it is today courtesy of these Italian families. Concertos were written, and it became one of the key instruments of the orchestra. Nowadays, it is, of course, played classically and orchestrally, but has also found its way into popular music. The genres of its uses are wide, and in some circles, it is known as a fiddle. Vanessa Mee and Nigel Kennedy and others have brought the instrument to a whole new level these days. It is now an instrument that children often learn from a very young age. However, it's not an easy instrument to play. It takes a lot of technique to make it sound even halfway decent. Having a good instrument is very much a part of that. Having a good bow is also important. So let's take a look at what's on offer as we find the best violin for kids. 1. Mendini 4/4 MV300 solid wood satin antique violin. Cecilio is well known as a manufacturer of orchestral instruments at various levels. Their starter range for beginners comes under the brand name of Mendini. Amongst those wishing to buy a violin for a beginner, they are well respected. If you are looking for a violin for a starter, we doubt you will find a better instrument for the money. The MV300 is a full-size violin made specifically for a beginner. Mendini is known to use quality materials in the manufacture, and this violin is no exception. The woods they have used are of high quality. Maple wood for the back and sides and spruce for the top. Both are known as excellent tone woods. Maple creates a warm resonance for the instrument, and spruce adds a little bit of top end. Combined, they produce a nice sound. The standard F-holes are carved into the body, and to complete the authentic look, some inlaid purfling. It is finished with an antique satin finish. Maple is certainly not a cheap option for instrument building. However, they have also used it for the neck, the chin rest as well as the tuning pegs. The parts of the violin that are made from wood are all varnished. The tailpiece is made from alloy metal. An important consideration when buying a violin for a new player is cost. You don't want to spend too much in case they decide to quit. The problem is that if the instrument you buy is too cheap, then it is almost unplayable. They are affordable, but they are also well made and play nicely. It is not the highest quality of violin you will find. It is just a starter instrument, and as they progress, an upgrade will be required. To start with, though, it is a good option to consider. It comes as part of a package that includes a Brazil wood bow made with real horsehair and shoulder rest. They also provide some rosin for the bow, spare strings, and a zippered fabric case. It means a good package for a starter and one that won't break the bank. It is made in China. Pros: a very affordable violin that plays nicely, looks attractive. 2. Cremona SV175 Premier Student Violin Outfit. Cremona has a big reputation for making quality violins for beginners. The name resonates through European musical history and forms a part of Italian culture to this day. They produce violins of quality at all levels. This particular instrument is a full-size violin that is designed especially for the beginner. The body is made from solid maple wood that is hand-carved. Maple has long been recognized as an excellent tone wood. To apply the finished touches to the ambience of the sound, it is given a spruce top. Again, a tone wood recognized for its acoustic qualities. The construction is expertly designed to make it lightweight. It weighs just over 1 pound and is therefore ideal for the young player. It has the standard carved F-holes and some nice purfling around the edges. If the quality of the woods for the body are good, so are the materials used for the fittings. It has an ebony fingerboard, giving the instrument some natural elegance. Likewise, the Swiss-style pegs are also made from ebony. The tailpiece is a composite material to give the violin stability. At the tail, there are 4 fine tuners. This has been Kremena's best-selling violin for beginners for many years, and it is not hard to see why. Quality workmanship and materials produce a sound that is excellent. It is going to allow the student to grow and won't need a quick upgrade. This violin is made at the Kremena factory in China. It comes with a high-quality case and a bow, a little more expensive than some other student violins, but the extra quality of the instrument might be worth consideration. It is considered by many to be the best violin for kids. Pros: well made with excellent materials. Good tone woods produce an impressive sound. 3. Sky 110 size SKYVN 201 solid maple wood violin. Sky produces a range of violins for beginners across sizes to accommodate all ages, and they produce them at very competitive prices. More on this later. This particular violin is 110 size. That means it is going to suit a young player of about 3 to 5 years. However, age is not the critical thing about choosing a size. More important is the arm length of the player. This size is best suited for a young musician with an arm length of between 15.5 and 17 inches. The instrument itself measures 23 inches by 9 by 5 inches. At 4 pounds, though, it is quite heavy. It might only be for a very young player, but the quality of the materials used in the construction are good. It has maple wood back and sides that have been given a flamed varnish finish. The standard F-holes are carved into the top, which is made of solid spruce. The top and body have been given a dark edging, adding to the vintage feel of the instrument. The neck is also maple, as is the scrawled headpiece. You can only admire the look of this violin. It comes as part of a package that also includes a plastic shoulder rest and a Brazil wood bow, which is not the highest quality. It has a sturdy, well-lined case and some quality rosin for the bow. It is hard to see how this violin can be produced with the extra accessories included at such a low price point. We would agree that it is not the best student violin out there. But for someone who wants to test the water with a young player, it is not going to break the bank. It is an attractive instrument that is worthy of consideration. It is made in China, as most student violins are. Pros: very attractive looking violin made with good materials. Affordable price point. 4. DZ Strad Violin Model 100 with solid wood size 1/4 violin. DZ Strad is a recognized dealer in all things to do with orchestral string instruments. Nothing to do with Stradivari, of course. They have a violin shop in New York State. This is also a workshop for not only violins but also cellos and violas. This and the accessories that go with those instruments. They are a recommended manufacturer by Suzuki and other music schools. You get the feeling these guys know what they are doing. It is a 1/4 size violin that is handmade and has a spruce top, but it is a bit more than that. It has been air-dried for 10 years before use. This ensures an extra quality of tone, but it also means it is prepared for extensive use without some of the problems that can occur. The spruce top has the standard F-holes carved in and plain black edging. The look is finished off with an attractive lacquer. The sides and back are made from a quality maple that helps to give this violin its rich, warm sound. The rest of the instrument is manufactured with consummate care and attention to detail. It has an alloy tailpiece with 4 accurate tuners. This is one of the highest quality instruments you are going to find. However, being made from quality materials makes it is a little more expensive than some. But when considering the price, you must consider that this is a longer-term investment than a very cheap alternative. That cheaper version might not be the best and most cost-effective deal. In the end, if it needs to be replaced early, it will cost you more. Certainly, in our view, one of the best beginner violins you are going to find. The sound is great, and the intonation is excellent. A quality buy, there is no doubt. It comes with a good Brazil wood bow and a shoulder rest. Also included are a case and some rosin for the care of the horsehair on the bow. Pros: high level of quality in the materials and the build. Very good sound and intonation. 5. Stentor 4-string violin. Stentor is a recognized manufacturer of quality stringed instruments. They were founded in South London as far back as 1895. They are now based in Surrey. This violin is made in the Stentor factory in China, which was established 20 years ago. They make a full range of violins, violas, cellos, and double basses. Stentor uses good quality materials for their instruments. This 3/4 sized violin is made with solid maple back and sides and has a spruce top. The F-holes are hand-carved, and it has a very attractive inlaid purfling on the edges. Another quality wood, ebony, is used for the fittings, including the tuning pegs and the chin rest. The tailpiece is alloy and has 4 fine-tuning adjusters. The violin is given a vintage-looking lacquer finish that emphasizes the graying in the wood. It comes with a good quality wooden bow with horsehair and an ebony frock. In the package is also a canvas case, and it includes a useful instrument blanket. It is ideally suited for a young starter being just 1 pound in weight. If what you are looking for is a budget range violin to start with, then this instrument is worth considering. It is not the best you will find, but it will be one of the cheapest. It is well made and looks nice and plays quite well. Ideal then for a beginner. Pros: well made with good materials, a very affordable price,